Hey everybody, Rick Ward, the Urban Air Gunner. Welcome back to this episode of Smith & Wesson Saturday. You know, we've got another knife for you today. This is the SWF-1L, and this is it right here. It's a great little knife. It's not really a bushcraft knife, but it will take care of some pretty good duties around camp. If you wanted to skin your game with it, if you needed to cut some sticks, or just sit around and whittle while you're watching the fire. It's a great little knife. It's got the we'll start off with the sheath here. It's got a ballistic nylon sheath to it. Typical right here, the basic nylon sheath. This one here just has a standard pouch. You could put a sharpening stone in there, you could put a fire steel in there, just about whatever you want, and then you can just clip it up nice and safe. And you can strap it to your backpack or your day pack, or just whatever you want. It has a little bit of nylon cordage there. Guys, it's a great little knife. It's got G10 slabs on the side of it. It's titanium coated CR17 Movi stainless steel. Out of the box, it's got a razor sharp edge on it, which really surprises me, because when you buy a knife that sometimes, I guess, maybe that just you don't pay an arm and a leg for, you don't expect it to be very sharp. I hear it all the time. This knife comes in under $26 on the internet. I just Google searched the part number and it came up. First one I came to was under $26. Guys, this is a great little knife. If you have maybe a youngster that has been begging you, Daddy, I want a knife to carry when we go hunting, here's a great opportunity to give him something he can use. Now, as far as a bushcraft knife is concerned, this has a rolled edge, and I don't think that you would be able to use it with a fire steel unless you actually took a file and maybe filed that down and got rid of that edge. But in an extreme emergency situation, you could always use the edge of the knife down here at the bottom and scrape it. Here's an old piece of pecan wood that I've had laying here. You've seen it in other knife reviews. It's pretty hard wood, but I just wanted to show you that, this thing just cuts. This is right out of the box. Now, a lot of times, like knives that I'll buy and the knives that I use, I don't care what I spend for a knife. I don't care how sharp the edge is. I'm always going to take and sharpen it up or something like that for my own personal use. It's just me. It's just what I do. But right out of the box, guys, under 26 bucks, you can get the Smith & Wesson knife. And it's the SWF-1L. It's got G10 slabs on it. It's got a lanyard hole if you wanted to put you a lanyard on there. It's got some jimping up here on the thumb ramp, and it's got a finger guard down here as big as my hands are. We always talk about it. I'm just got these great big old mitts. This knife feels comfortable in your hand. It's something that you can use around camp. It's something that you can skin game with. I like to keep them in my truck. I like to keep them at hunting camp. I keep them in my backpacks. I keep them in my hunting clothes bag. I've always got a knife, and I'm never without one. Even when I fly, I'll put it in my suitcase and my check baggage, and I'm always carrying a knife wherever I go. But right out of the box, guys, just a super sharp knife, and it's just real smooth. Cuts these big old feathers, and I'm just not putting a lot of effort in it at all. Just a fantastic little knife for just about any job you want. I always do this. People are like, hey man, you gonna shave your arm again? Well, there's not a lot left, but it right out of the box, guys. This is just hair popping sharp, and I don't know if you can see that on camera, and I don't even know if you want to see it on camera, because that's just pretty gross. Right out of the box, just a jam up knife from the folks at Smith & Wesson, formerly known as Taylor Brands. You can also find it at BTI Tool LLC, I believe, is another web link that'll go right to Smith & Wesson. SWF-1L. Again, it's not a very big knife. I've got a cheat sheet here, and the blade length 4.5 inches. The handle is 5 inches long, and the overall length is 9¼ inches. So there you go, titanium coated, CR17 MoV stainless steel. It's a high carbon stainless steel. What else can I say about it, guys? If you've got children, Christmas is just around the corner. Hunting season is upon us. If you have kids, maybe you've been waiting for the right time to get Junior his very own knife. Maybe you have some nieces, nephews, whatever. I mean, think outside the box. It's always cool to give a youngster a knife. Guys, the memories that I have of my uncle giving me a knife, my dad giving me knives, my mom giving me knives, my best friends, my brother, it just goes on and on and on. And I've done videos on all those knives before, and I'm going to spare you the details of that. But it's just a fantastic knife. It's got a good grip. It's bolted in, and it's got some really cool, the detail on it is really neat too. The fit and finish of this knife coming in under 26 bucks. Now I know a lot of you guys, oh, that's Chinese crap. Well, I beg to differ. Just because the fact is that if you've got something that you don't care about, it might be crap. But the folks at Taylor Brands, look, Stuart Taylor started the company around 1975, and it was a tool and die company. It was all kind of different things. It was a manufacturing company. These guys got into knives. They were able to purchase Uncle Henry, Old Timer, Schrade, Imperial knives, and they had a licensing agreement with Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson is not going to put their name on something that's junk. They do a lot of stuff for law enforcement. They make some really cool knives. Now, they've got some very high-end knives. But for something that's not going to break the bank, something that you can go to your local retailer and ask them that, you know, for a Smith & Wesson knife, I bet you they got some in their knife case and they'd be glad to show them to you. Or you can get online. Found this one at Amazon again. Amazon is just a real quick link that I can always find something at. I have no ties or nothing to do with Amazon. I probably should. Shows how smart I am. I'm just rambling. But just a great knife. Something that you'd be proud to hand down to your kids, or maybe guys, maybe you want to give one to your dad or your mom or anybody that hunts and fishes. This is a great knife just to put on your belt loop and carry everywhere you go. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this short video of Smith & Wesson Saturday. I'm Rick Ward, the Urban Air Gunner. Remember, don't just hunt it, air gun it. We'll catch you next time.